Another draw play, Nas Johnson. Johnson having a hell of a ball game and gets into the end zone.
Nas Johnson, running back.
Another veteran coming up big there on first down, Dominique Malloy.
Dominique Malloy, wide receiver, cornerback.
They did go to Nas Johnson. Nas Johnson, more of a shifty open field runner.
She's a cutter and a slasher.
A 3rd and 19 handoff again to Johnson. A 4th and 19. Ball at the 17. They again go to Nas Johnson. Patterson now with the handoff to Nas Johnson on a draw play. A decent looking pickup. That was about 6 yards.
You're lucky the score is only 20-0. That shit could be a lot worse right now. You guys are just giving them the game.
A 2nd and 5. Handoff, Nas Johnson. And Johnson just does not have the size.
Nas Johnson is a scat back.
This is a draw play to Nas Johnson finding an opening. Johnson really the only bright spot on this offense.
100% correct. She's making nothing out of something out of nothing. Inside handoff again, there's nothing there. In fact, Allie Alberts came with a safety blitz. She just missed a tackle. These two missed a tackle. That's all Nas Johnson. No help from her teammates.
A 3rd and 3 handoff. They love Nas Johnson, and why not? The little speedster, number 20. That'll be good enough for a Los Angeles first down.
Nas Johnson takes the read option right there. It looks like she finally unhooked the trailer, breaks it almost all the way. Great run by Johnson.
Another draw play, Nas Johnson. Johnson having a hell of a ball game and gets into the end zone as Los Angeles, with 6 minutes remaining, finally gets on the board.
That shows you the kind of talent LA has. Explosive talent like this. Nas Johnson taking it in for 6.
A crossing pattern connecting again with Nas Johnson. Johnson really playing great football.
Yes, she is.
A 10-yard connection with Nas Johnson. Johnson missed most of the 17 season. A welcomed addition back to this offensive lineup.
I know that feeling. Her foot got stuck in the turf, did not move. And if the foot doesn't move, your knee goes out. That is not a good sign.
And Patterson, slow to get up here. For Los Angeles, you've got work to do.
A lot of work to do because that's a tough Western Conference over there.
Another veteran coming up big there on first down, Dominique Malloy. It is a 2nd and 11 from the Austin 14. Quick bubble screen to Leilani Lopez. The Nashville defense not having it. A quick slant to Bills. As we approach the 3-minute mark of the first half, handoff Michelle Marshall. Winfrey back to pass under pressure. It's a 2nd and 18, Dominique Malloy.
Now this is how to run a jet sweep. Malloy coming full speed. She doesn't stop at all. KK gets her the football while she's going full tilt, almost a 10-yard gain. That is a jet sweep.
Randall and Malloy, especially Malloy, an unsung hero of that Legends Cup championship team.
And maybe the most explosive running back in the LFL, Dominique Malloy.
And that is the extra point attempt by Dominique Malloy. And just like that, the score goes back to 33-14 as we look at Malloy's 2017 numbers.
That is why she's the most explosive running back in the game. I think she has gunpowder in her blood. Did you see how quick she got in the end zone? Bam! Points. Just like that.
Goes to Malloy. Malloy in the open field. Touchdown, Nashville.
That's the explosive speed of Malloy. The fastest back the league has ever seen. Cuts outside.
A 24-yard run by Dominique Malloy. Malloy starting her career with the Las Vegas Sin, and then going back up to Seattle, her hometown, and then finally ending up here in Nashville. There's so much game film out there on this exactly being Stevie the Bull Schnorr time, but they're going to Dominique Malloy here.
I like it. I mean, you know what? There's so much history behind these running backs. That's what we were going to say. You go right to Stevie Schnorr, let her run it out.
Inside handoff again to Malloy. She is just running possessed tonight.
Nobody in the league gets to a hole quicker than Malloy. Did you see the block by Dominique Malloy, the lead blocker? They're playing like this is the first play of the game.
Music City just having fun now.
Rory Derry, he called a terrible game the first time out. He needs to get the ball to his ace running backs, the F-150. Carmen Bourseau, great north-south runner. And the tailback, Nas Johnson, great out in space. Get the ball to them, they got a chance.
That is Nas Johnson, the quick scat back, gaining 6 yards on the play. A nice looking reverse there with Nas Johnson. A gain of 7 yards. Nas Johnson had a great opening game against Chicago, was really the only spark offensively.
Nas Johnson, one of my favorite players in the league. She's a narco cop with the San Diego Police. I love the way she plays on and off the field.
We do have a penalty. That could be on Teresa Petrozulo, getting there a little early. Another reverse to Nas Johnson. Ball out to the 4-yard line. Running backs flank to each side of Kenny. Another option keeper. That was a dangerous toss to Johnson. Johnson able to recover the fumble, but that'll back him up inside the 1-yard line.
Nas Johnson makes a great play to stop it from being a safety.
The more I see this offense, the more I enjoy watching Nas Johnson. She's got the sophistication. She's played 11 on 11 prior. You see her, the only one really with experience in that huddle right now.
And she has great football savvy.
Now a quick snap. That one to Nas Johnson for 4 yards. A 1st and 10 Los Angeles with no timeouts here. Interesting play call. The draw play to Nas Johnson. A 3rd and 5. Everyone in the backfield here. That is a toss to Nas Johnson. A 1st and 10 for LA's offense. And Nas Johnson running into Kenny. This is a draw. Nas Johnson. Johnson looking good in the open field.
Nas Johnson, a cutter and slasher. Watch these jump cuts. She is so cat quick. Boom, 1, boom, 2. And she breaks out in the open. That's what she does. In open space, one of the best in the league. They're in shock right now. Their team that won so many championships now has 0 wins this year. It's a crazy situation. Every player in the LFL signs a 1-year contract. At the end of the season, you expect a couple to try free agency. But when the vast majority of a championship team leaves with their coach for one city, it's not a good situation. Not a good situation. They should have been honest from the start.
3rd and 5. Ball remains at the 7 of Seattle. That is a toss left to Dominique Malloy. Meanwhile, on the field, a reverse to Malloy. And that'll be good enough for another Nashville 1st down. This is Angel into the end zone. Fakes the end around reverse to Malloy. Now throwing it back to Malloy. That wasn't going to fool anybody. Quick bubble screen. That's Dominique Malloy. And that is someone you want with the rock in the open field. A 10-yard reception, that'll be good enough for a Nashville first down.
Dominique Malloy, you see 11-yard average, probably the fastest player in the LFL. She can run like a gazelle. She'll get more touches here in the second half.
Malloy has got to be any defensive coordinator's nightmare in the open field. That is Dominique Malloy on the reverse. Nashville's offense also looking impressive, a nice 9-yard carry.
As every jockey knows, it's nice to have a fast horse. They give it to their fast horse. Malloy around the end on a jet sweep, big yardage.
God damn it, stay the fuck outside. Do not go in. If you go inside, you coming out. Stay outside.
Right, he's saying protect the edges. They tend to run those reverses with Dominique Malloy very often. That was a double pitch. This one to Dominique Malloy. And Malloy, with that quickness, somehow ekes out 7 yards.
I like the play selection.
They've had some success with Kiera Williams and Savannah Wood. We'll see if they go back to those two. Angel from the shotgun, looking down the field. Blanket coverage and an interception by Dominique Malloy. They kept going to Malloy's side, and they finally made her pay for it.
Great pressure again. The ball well underthrown. That's it right there. If she throws it deep, she's got a shot. She was pressured out of the pocket.
We talked about Los Angeles, okay? This is a team that formerly was very dominant, now kind of a team with its back against the wall.
LA, they can't go 0-3. The writing's on the wall. If they lose tonight, they have virtually no shot of playing in the playoffs in late August.
Jack Sparrow is a superhero inside this arena. You watch him walk around, the crowd loves him, and they go crazy every time he gets up.
Los Angeles going to the ground with Nas Johnson. That'll be a 3-yard carry. Michelle Kenny again not able to handle the snap. And that is Nas Johnson trying to get it out of the end zone. And running out of real estate. That should be a safety. And his LA offensive coordinator, Rory Derry, having you look at his waistline.
Rory Derry was a defensive back, if you can believe it, at Oregon.
That was a long time ago, apparently.
Obviously.
1st and 10 handoff. Nas Johnson trying to find a lane. And look at that Austin defense. The 3rd-string quarterback and Cigar Managa really the downfall of Los Angeles as they now drop to 0-3.
Now for the Los Angeles Temptation, they are 0-3 for the first time in franchise history.
Nas Johnson, wide receiver.
Obviously, everybody in the house thinks she's going to get the football, but you can also mix it up and give it to Nas Johnson.
Here's a 4th and 1. Direct snap to Nas Johnson. Johnson with the speed. A 9-yard carry. Everybody talks about Carmen Borso, but I got to tell you, Nas Johnson has been the spark plug for this offense. That's a direct snap again to Johnson. Low snap back to her.
I like how Rory Derry's opening up that offense, put the quarterback in motion, direct snap to Nas Johnson, but Cigar Managa with another bad snap. We've been saying that all year long. Low snap, dribbles up right through her legs and ruins the whole play.
So a 3rd and 15, a sloppy start with the exception of Nas Johnson. They're going to fake the draw to Borso down the field. Wide open receiver. Nas Johnson. That'll be a 30-yard completion.
You can tell by her poise in the pocket, the game's slowing down for Kenny. She finds Johnson one-on-one against Isaiah Walker for a big gainer. Great play.
Another deception direct snap, kind of a wildcat scenario to Nas Johnson. So the 2-point conversion good as well, as Los Angeles now extends its lead to 16-0. Nas Johnson clearly the playmaker of this offense. So a 1st and 10 for Los Angeles with a short field going to Nas Johnson, who herself had a huge half. And they're going to go back to Johnson. Look at the footwork of Johnson.
Watch the cuts, though, for Nas Johnson. Right there, eludes one tackle, cuts it back inside. Another big gainer.
This is back to Johnson. A lot of real estate ahead. Number 20 breaks off a 13-yard carry.
Tell me that's not fun to watch. That is like poetry in motion. Breaking ankles out there in open space. Nas Johnson doing what she does best.
And here's Johnson again, spinning through tackles, nearly losing the ball. Still manages to gain 8 yards. They're going to go handoff again. Nas Johnson cutting inside. This time, nice snap back to Kenny. That's a designed draw play. Nas Johnson will gain 5 yards. Look at French running down Nas Johnson, but not before Johnson breaks off 14 yards. That's kind of a stacked set. They're going to go back to Johnson. Johnson buying her time. Oh, and getting blown up against the wall. Third and 1 from the Denver 7. We haven't seen Carmen Bourseau. We'll get to that in a minute as we're getting a report. So Nas Johnson getting the carries here late and breaking through arm tackles. Touchdown, Los Angeles. We do have a flag on the field. This could be a holding on LA.
I love the way Nas Johnson runs. She floats like a butterfly, then bam, stings you like a bee.
You could see she saw the penalty.
Can't fucking do anybody back there at fucking safety, man. 2 new fucking people out here and we fucking look like fucking motherfucker.
What was excitement on that sideline is now turning into tension. No drama with that run. Touchdown, Los Angeles. When in doubt, go back to Nas Johnson.
You gotta love how Nas Johnson has a nose for the football in the end zone. There's nothing here. She looks like she's gonna get hit. Watch how low she stays. Everybody else is high. She goes low, and nobody's down that low to get her.
Now a double backfield set to Johnson. Johnson trying to make her way through traffic. A 7-yard carry by who I would get my vote for as far as a game MVP honors.
Nas Johnson having a whale of a night. It's just funny how it used to be the game was give the ball to the F-150. Carmen Bourseau, she got the ball a little bit tonight, but not like normal. Nas Johnson is the running back tonight.
Los Angeles responding and keeping their season alive.
The difference maker this year is running back Dominique Maloy. She is explosive. Last year, she held out behind Stevie Schnorr and Jade Randall, didn't get a lot of publicity. This year, I think she's the most dangerous player in the league, meaning when she touches the football, she can score.
Yeah, Dominique Malloy, I think, has got to be the early season favorite for league MVP honors. A 1st and 10. This is a jet sweep. Dominique Malloy. Malloy cutting her way through that defense. Touchdown, Nashville.
Dominique Malloy, there is nobody better than her. We talked about her pregame. She is just a freak athlete. Watch this speed. There's nothing there. She cuts in, gets by 1 tackler, gets by 2, runs over the 3rd, and then her blazing speed. She has world-class speed, just takes her in the end zone.
I've never seen defenders on skates like we're seeing tonight from Omaha. They are just getting blocked, and not only blocked, but pancaked.
There's Dante Allen right now. He cannot be happy with his team anywhere. Across the board, offensively, defensively, they're not doing anything.
Nashville does have time for a 2-point conversion, and that is bad news for Omaha as they convert again on the final play of the half. So that'll make it 52-0 going into halftime.
It's going to be interesting how long the starters stay in.
The Omaha Heart losing this one 80-0. Let's first talk about Los Angeles Temptation. Here's a team that's backing into the playoffs with a 1-3 losing record. That is the first time in LFL history that a team with a losing record has qualified for postseason play. A 2nd and 10 reverse. That is Nas Johnson, the shifty running back, expected to get a majority of the workload this afternoon, as Los Angeles hasn't been happy with Carmen Borso's production. Salerno remains in the shotgun. Gonna hand it off to Nas Johnson. Johnson up the middle for 4 yards. That'll set up a 3rd and 6.
It looks like this LA offense finally has a little bit of momentum going right now, some juice. They look like there's energy out there. Nas Johnson has that explosion. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That is when LA's most successful. A 1st and 10 at the Austin 22. That's a draw play. Nas Johnson showing that speed. 2nd and goal, ball at the 5. Going back to Johnson. Not sure who the call is on. We'll get it from Tom Hug here shortly.
Watching below the waist on the offense, number 20. Half of this into the goal, still first down.
So that is a cut block on Nas Johnson.
They're all hyped up right now because they think they got this shit. What they don't realize is there's another half to football. Okay? Another half to football. This is where we got to capitalize on. We don't capitalize on this half, guys. Games are over.
Los Angeles only 10 points out of this one. That's a draw play. Nas Johnson just knifing her way through the defense. A nice looking 10-yard carry.
Nas Johnson, that's what she gives you. Gets to the hole quick, makes a jump cut, gets outside.
Another draw play to Johnson, and Johnson is gone. Pushed out of bounds at about the 2-yard line.
Nas Johnson unhooking the trailer, almost getting in the end zone for 6. Watch this cut again. She goes inside, right up the A-gap, then boom, bounces it back outside like a good back should do, and then outruns everybody, almost takes it in.
A 16-yard carry, and that is where Johnson steps out. So obviously she did not get in, but you can see the fire in Nas Johnson right now. That is the spark this Los Angeles team really needs. On a 1st and 10, a draw play, Nas Johnson. Johnson showing a lot of patience and running out of real estate.
Watch her turn the play back in. She was going to take it outside right. Bam! Then destroys him.
Another draw to Nas Johnson, and Johnson getting past the sticks, a 12-yard carry. Salerno from the shotgun. That's Michelle Kenny coming in. They're going to go back to Johnson. Johnson weaving her way up the middle for another 5-yard carry.
She's explosive, but she's under control. She makes those jump cuts like nobody else in the league.
Maybe work across the middle here with Nas Johnson. That's a reverse. Colliding with Michelle Kenny. You can see Nas Johnson just looking back in disgust.
Michelle Kenny is the backup quarterback. She gets it, and then instead of going inside, she runs right into Nas Johnson. She almost knocked herself out.
The winner of this Eastern Conference Championship will advance in Legends Cup 2018. A quick screen, this time Malloy. Malloy making it look really simple, an 8-yard reception. A double reverse. The ball's fumbled and picked up. That's a 1st and 10 jet sweep to Dominique Malloy. This offense loves Dominique Malloy with that jet sweep, simply getting back to her speed. Easily the fastest player in the LFL.
Right.
That's Danica Brace asking for a timeout. But this offense has got to use their personnel better, I think.
Timeout, Nashville. That is their first timeout.
You are absolutely right about that offensive selection.
Wide open.
We got it. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Guys. You'll put your head of your ass real quick before you know 20 minutes is up. You're fucking going home losers. Step your game up. Fucking see in the middle. Come on.
2nd and 10 after that 5-yard false start. They're going to go to Dominique Malloy. Malloy trying to get the edge. Keep in mind, the Nashville Knights came into tonight as the #1 ranked offense, have managed 0 points.
One of these offenses will show up in the second half. The question is, which team?
This Nashville offense has faced 2 4th-down conversions, and they're 2 for 2. They're up against another one here, a 4th and 4. A 4th and 4, crossing pattern. Just beyond the outstretched arms of Dominique Malloy. Blanket coverage by Ali Albert. Caldwell under center. That's Tamika Robinson in motion. Now the reverse. Ali Albert wide open. 1st and 10. Matheny trying to ad-lib here, finding Malloy. A dangerous looking shuttle pass, but that'll go down for a 6-yard reception. Ball at the Nashville 18-yard line, crossbuck. That's Malloy in the open field. Malloy rips off 11 yards.
A great counter play.
But you gotta take her and just be fucking throw her in and be so fucking angry. I don't care. I'd rather take a pass interference call than some bullshit like that. Come on, right now. And you hold them.
1st and goal, ball at the Nashville 2. Caldwell calling her own number. That Nashville defense saw it coming. Dominique Malloy.
Dominique Malloy ran right past number 9, May Gamble, made a great play on Caldwell.
Caldwell hands it off. That's Thompson into the end zone. But she loses the football. There's your goal line. It's clearly across. This should be ruled a Chicago touchdown.
I hope Tom Hug gets it right.
After review, the player was in the end zone for a touchdown. Prior to the ball, touchdown Chicago.